a celebration of souls. Welcome to the realm of love and light. O mane padme hum mane, O mane padme hum mane, reaching for the light of day. O mane padme hum mane, O mane padme hum mane, reaching for the light of day. Om Mane, Om Mane. Lost in a song, sweet echo of your voice, a parade in the streets, reaching for the light. Dream-paced footsteps on a boulevard of fashion, flickering under a street lamp, the parking meter flashes. A tidal wave of thoughts dancing under a worn cap as faces pass by, reaching for the light. Brothers and sisters worldwide were reaching for the light. A stranger passed by, reaching for the light, reaching for the light of day. Brave hearts yield love, read the human marquee sign, a parade in the streets, reaching for the light. Siren screams fade with closing barroom doors. People disappear, returning to their homes. Some to a bed of grass, some to a mattress on a bed, some to a cold pavement where angry blood has shed. One match burned dimly inside a sidewalk crack when the stranger reappeared to bring life back, reaching for the light, reaching for the light of day. Truth screams from the streets of the heart, nectar of life in the palm of a hand. Soul stirs the merchant dream of a moment, a sign of promise in a capitalist land. One breath blew it all away on the silent wings of a butterfly. Time after time we prevent love's decay when we walk beyond the eternal line. Sweet jasmine filled the acrid city air, blossoming through a rusted chain link fence. Colorful refuse swirled our feet. Drunken bodies lay drowned in defeat. A pungent aroma from a hidden alley got lost in love as I slowly passed by. The mirror of fate blinks mighty and fast when we walk beyond the eternal line. Angelic friend whispered into my ear, you're a servant of God, have no fear. No need to look hard, no need for tears. See the flower path before you painted in a mural that reads, welcome, a spiritual sign when we walk beyond the eternal line. One language called harmony transcended the borders of native-speaking tongues and carried a melodious tune around the globe. One heart pulsed harmony, carrying a beat in lifelong rhythm transcending the drum of the soul. One language called harmony. Harmony called a language of one. A language of one. A language of the heart. The heart of a language called one. From deep within the soul, bringing all that comes with the dawn. It shines brightly through the eyes while glowing around the body during its peak. At sunset, it evokes a light beam of energy that pierces through the dusk at an exponential power and shimmers with ultimate passion amidst the stars. She moves me into a world of sweat through her sun-drenched dress, a fluttering butterfly in the perfume-scented wind, blowing away the veil, revealing her heart. Anybody ever had a conversation with the sea here in Venice? Have you ever engaged in a conversation with the sea, where all thoughts transacted flowed with ease? Understanding is mutual and done in grace, as light passages illuminate through the running waves. Deep, alluring, turquoise view, reminiscing nooses of a world sinew. With a spiritual elevation only the towers of love can reach, while crashing waves of delight sparkle across the silver beach. Pebbles recede in a shaken rainstick song, and seashells echo over and beyond. love, love, love is the way. A saltwater transfusion relieving minds that hate. Listen, listen, listen to my words. I am the ocean, your friend on a constant course, sharing and giving soul-cleansing ways to a universal power above the sun-beaming rays. Footsteps in motion, jubilant, crossing back and forth, grace with every turn as the beat of life pulses with motherly love. The perfect dance, a celebration of souls, an embrace of grandeur painted with each breath, as precious moments light the way far beyond the human eye, where dancing tides swirl from the echoing heart, and the everlasting joy of human connection resides amidst a constellation of stars. Clenched fist, turning point is past, a face in the mirror is all that will ever last. Obstacles come, interrupt the flow. Lord of humanity, please bring us home. Embrace a call to arms, loving and tender, for the man lying in the alley and the hordes of homeless wandering sadly. Train running hard, I hear you coming our way, kicking up refuse of society's decay. Next stop, announce a heavenly place called divine. To an unclenched fist of freedom, let our spirit rise. A face in the mirror is all that will ever last if you turn a cheek to poverty and pretend you never asked. New York City streets, alive, burning, kissing the senses, singing through pavement, every corner unfolding, a theatrical stage, people in motion, life in the raw, heart-beating pulse, center of the universe, heated core, human aggression cylinders, steeped in creativity, artistic fire, blazing media banners, ringing cell phones, iPod stuffed ears, distracted window shoppers, vertically gazing heads, architectural magnificence, walk faster, jump sidewalk lanes, maniacal saxophone sounds, camera shutters snapping, mind racing, sensory overload. Go, go, go. When do we stop? Where do we stop? How do we stop? Why should we stop? Mother Earth keeps turning. This next poem was the very first poem I had written and read in public in honor of my mother. A picture of you, a smiling face. Your dancing shadow leaves a trace. Your father's torch will keep you warm through the cold and the harm. In this circle of love where the flowers grow, in this circle of love where the heart shows, there's a poem of love that's only real, where the flowers blossom and the wounds heal. I love you. Dance with me, sweet moonlight. Let's sway until the dawn. I've been yearning for this moment on the sandy dance floor by the shore. Let's embrace on the waves, slowly waltzing to the stars, watching the world from above in whispering steps to and far. Burn with me all night, sweet love. Fire flame kisses dance from our lips. Turn your supple body into a house of passion, a mirrored image in a movable feast. Burn with me all night, sweet love, beaming energy in a magnetic embrace. Swallowing delicious visions of you, our hearts burst into a freshly fallen rain. Flower petals downpour from the celestial skies as we celebrate moments in this ever-flowing life. My friend, many miles distant, a long way from home. My thoughts, a childlike innocence as I walk through the woods alone. My eyes perceiving and weaving through the sun rays between the trees. My ears filled with the music of insects, a honey-sweet symphony. I reach out and touch the gently swaying leaves my precious friend's heart brings to me. Unnoticed, he travels the sidewalks and alleyways, sharing leftover food and pocket change to those in despair standing on corners, living out of shopping carts and shuffling to keep warm. No recognition, accolades, or media-worthy story attention is given, but the action takes place. He dries the tears and wipes the dirt from faces with restaurant napkins, consoling the unfortunate without therapist prices. This unknown person carries on with charitable work sacred to those who receive. The dire streets are his place of worship for those forgotten. No titles or distinction are necessary, and a mere thank you is suffice. Many will never know of his whereabouts, but he exists. He is the evolution of endless time. The Buddha, Jesus, Muhammad, and all thoughts of greatness beyond the human eye and brain. He is the saint in the city, cloaked in a robe of heart and compassion. A saint in the city amongst you and me and me and you and everyone we know. A saint in the city, walking in love and light. Winds of truth, come with the light of God's hand. Remove crime and poverty from our ill-ridden land. Spread a blanket of love, for our hearts are in need. Remove anger and hate with a harmonious seed. Sometimes, when alone, the wonder of your lips caresses my mind and soothes the troubles of a violent world, where bullets pass through life from a trigger finger crying for love, whose path gone awry set the stage for mass killing and human atrocity, sent into thin air as smoke signals from a smoldering gun. Sometimes, when alone, the soft touch of your hair draped across my body protects and shields a delicate heart from the rampant ills of society, where a breath of life creates an arch rainbow of awareness across the blood-red sky of humanity, falling into a blanket of ash from the bones and skin of a smoldering gun. Sometimes, when alone, the sound of your beating heart into my ear brings the comfort of a child nestled against a mother's bosom, whose milk has flowed throughout the history of all creation, whose love poured from nipple to mouth devoured any thought of weaponry, whose child reared never needed a gun, whose child grown into maturity never needed war. Kissing in the midnight blue, our lips are embraced in a polyrhythmic motion that forms the word whisper. Delicate and daring, the soft, wet music of our mouths tenderly trembles through us, resonating the sounds of angels, gently plucking on lyres, calling us one by one. No words were spoken. Magnetically, our hands joined at the palms, warm and tender as reverberating heartbeats touched the pavement with each step. We walked arm in arm as our love illuminated across the city skyline and reflected off buildings. Heartfelt smiles brushstroked across faces with each passerby. Shopping windows mirrored us from place to place. Beams of flashing lights showered a halo of streamers and confetti as we began dancing cheek to cheek. No words were spoken. We're holding hands in the city. We're holding hands, and I love you. What would we do if the spinning globe in which we live could grow arms and wrap us in a blanket of love, where all phases of evolution come to a spiritual feast and gather in the fruits of the soul, cherishing a blessed moment in a white angelic light that bathes us in a cleansing lotion, awakening the spirit of life? What would we do? Come closer, embrace me, for I am you, and you are me, and we are one. I'll share with you what we would do. We would celebrate the journey of the soul. Namaste. Tears for peace run down the face of humanity. Crying wounds of hate seek impossible escape. When the light of the soul clenches the darkness of barbaric ways, tears for peace run down the face of humanity. Oh, sweet world, gift of life and mind, remove evil teachings from the eyes of humankind. Lift us from the dust of earth, return us from the heavenly skies. Embrace the call to oneness in the sharing of eternal life. Tears for peace run down the face of humanity. Down the face of humanity run tears for peace. Tears for peace. Peace for tears. Tears for peace. Peace or tears. Boom. Boom. Wave in my heart. The tide rises, then splits apart. Faces fade in the memory sand. Time slips between my fingers and hands. I heard a song from the distant past. Upon the shore when the water splashed. The seawall clapped with great applause. A nearby lighthouse signaled, then paused. Are you ready? The summer echoes on and on. On and on. The summer echoes on and on. On and on. The summer echoes on and on. On and on. The summer echoes on. Keep the beat going. Teenage lust ran through my veins. Hopeful love with an open embrace. Walking miles along endless shore. Mind full of music with songs that endure. Poetic cries of children at play. Paragon Park screams without delay. Developers took them all away and left a hole in my heart today. Can you dig it? The summer echoes on and on. On and on. The summer echoes on and on. On and on. The summer echoes on and on. On and on. The summer echoes on. Keep it going. In lotus pose with mind at ease. Breathing time through life's journey. Conjuring thoughts, emotions, and stories. From a season reigned in ultimate glory. Look to the sky, look to the ground, into the ocean to depths profound. Hanging moments as fruit from a vine. The base of life at the core of a spine. Are you ready? The summer echoes on and on. On and on. The summer echoes on and on. In the back, the summer echoes on and on. On and on. The summer echoes on. Thank you so much, Milton Rosenberg, Venice Spring Fling, live here in Venice Beach, the greatest creative city in the world. Hi, everybody, Venice Beach, and you're looking at the Santa Monica Mountains in the background, and we just decided to step away from the stage and all the action there, and just want to thank everybody. I'm very grateful for your support and your presence and those who were here. It's just been a tremendous gig and show, and it's just important to share with other sentient beings and connect through the world of poetry, which I consider sustenance for the soul and something to lift the human spirit, especially through the times and challenges that we're in the present time. So thank you so much, and love and light to all.